Hello everyone, in this video we are discussing exercise 1.1 from class 11th NCERT physics chapter units and measurements. So moving forward, we have coming to the first question. It says the volume of cube of side 1 centimeter is equals to how much meter cube. So in this question we have to find out volume of the cube, and also we have to do the unit conversion from centimeter to that of the meter. So we all know that the expression of volume of cube is side of the cube, whole cube of side of the cube, and also the side of cube is given as 1 centimeter. So first we will convert this centimeter to meter, which is equals to 10 raised to the power minus 2 meter. Now on substituting, we will have 10 raised to the power minus 2 meter cube, which will result out to be 10 raised to the power minus 6 meter cube. That will be the volume of the cube. Moving on to the next question, we have surface area of the solid cylinder of radius 2 cm and height 10 cm is equals to how much millimeter square. So here again we have to convert from centimeter to millimeter, and also we have to calculate the surface area of solid cylinder. Here solid cylinder means that both the ends of the cylinder is closed, so we have to find out total surface area that is comprised of curved surface area and flat surface area. So here in the question it is given that this is the cylinder of height 10 cm and radius is equals to 2 cm. So total surface area would be equal to curved surface plus flat surface area. Curved surface area would be equal to 2 pi r h and flat surface area would be equal to 2 pi r square. Substituting the values, we will get 150.72 centimeter square. For conversion, 1 centimeter would be equal to 10 millimeter. So as it is centimeter square, so we will multiply 2 times 10 millimeter, so we will get 150.72 millimeter square. Rounding of the value, we will get 1.5 into 10 to the power 4 millimeter square. Thank you. Moving on to the next question, we have a vehicle moving with the speed of 18 km per hour covers how much meter in 1 second. So basically here we will have to convert kilometer per hour to meter per second. So there are two unit conversion here. From kilometer we will have to go to meter, and from hour we will have to go to second. So speed as given is 18 km per hour. We know 1 kilometer equal to 1000 meters, 1 hour equal to 3600 seconds. So it will yield out to be 5 meter per second. So the vehicle will go cover 5 meter in 1 second. Moving on to the next question, we have the relative density of lead is 1.3. Its density in gram per centimeter cube as well as kg per meter cube. So here we have been given the relative density of lead, that is 11.3, and we will have to find out its density in gram per centimeter cube and kg per meter cube. So relative density is always relative to certain substance, but here it is not given, so we will take water as a reference. So the expression for relative density is density of the substance divided by density of the reference material. Here reference material is water, and water has a density of 1000 kg per meter cube or 1 gram per centimeter cube. So that's how we will calculate the density of lead. That would be equal to 1.13 into 10 raised to the power 4 kg per meter cube or 11.3 gram per centimeter cube. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have benefited from it and got your doubts cleared. If you want to request solution for any of your questions related to physics class 11th and 12th, you can ask your questions on Facebook at page facebook.com/physicsclasseslive, or also you can ask it on our website, that is www.physicsclasses.live or www.physicsclasseslive.com. Hello everyone. In this video we are discussing exercise 1.2 from class 11th NCERT physics chapter units and measurement. So moving forward, we have the question says fill in the blanks by suitable conversion of units. Here 1 kg meter square per second square needs to be converted to 1 gram to gram centimeter square per second square. We don't know exactly what is the magnitude of in this unit. So here the conversion of kilogram to gram and meter to second would be taking place. So the conversion ratio for gram is 1000, for kilogram is 1000 gram, and for meter is 100 centimeters. Substituting those values in the expression, we will get 10 raised to the power 7 gram centimeter square per second square. So this is straightforward. Moving to the next question, we have 1 meter equals to how much light year? So here light year as well as meter both are the unit of distance. Light year is the distance covered by light in 1 year. So we will first calculate the distance covered by light in 1 year. So 1 light year would be equal to 365 days into 24 hours into 60 minutes into 60 seconds multiplied by the speed of light, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, which will yield out to be 9.5 into 10 to the power 15 meter. Now for 1 meter we will inverse this value, that would be 1 by 9.5 into 10 to the power 15 light year, which will lead out to be 1 times 10 to the power minus 16 light year. So 1 meter would be equal to 10 to the power 6 minus 16 light year. In the next question we have 3 meter per second square needs to be converted to kilometer per hour square. So here meter would be converted into kilometer and second would be converted into hour. So the conversion factor for this is 1 meter would be equal to 10 to the power minus 3 kilometer, and 1 second would be 1 by 3600 hour. So substituting these values, we will get 3.9 into 10 to the power 4 kilometer per hour square. Now the gravitational constant, which is given in the SI system, needs to be converted into CGS system, that is centimeter gram per second system. So here 1 Newton stands for 1 kg meter per second square, and 1 kg is equals to 1000 gram, 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. So substituting these values, we will get 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 8 centimeter cube per second square per gram. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have benefited from it and got your doubts cleared. If you want to request solution for any of your questions related to physics class 11th and 12th, you can ask your questions on Facebook at page facebook.com/physicsclasseslive, or also you can ask it on our website, that is www.physicsclasses.live or www.physicsclasseslive.com. Hello everyone. In this video we are discussing exercise 1.3 from class 11th NCERT Physics, chapter Units and Measurement. So moving forward, we have the question says a calorie is a unit of heat, that is energy in transit, and it equals about 4.2 joules, where 1 joule stands for 1 kilogram meter square per second square. Suppose we employ a system of units in which the unit of mass equals alpha kilogram, the unit of length equals beta meter, the unit of time is gamma second. Show that a calorie has a magnitude of 4.2, alpha raised to the power of minus 1, beta raised to the power of minus 2, gamma raised to the power of 2 in terms of the new units. So here what we have to do is that we have to find out the magnitude of joule in the new system of units. So in the new system of unit, we have unit mass equals alpha kilogram, unit length equals beta meter, and the unit time equals gamma second. So 1 calorie in SI units stand for 4.2 kilogram meter square per second square. So here we know that 1 kilogram in new system would be equal to 1 kilogram in new system would be equal to 1 mass unit in new system divided by alpha kg. So substituting this value over here, similarly for length and seconds, we have substituted all these values over here, and we got 4.2 alpha raised to the power of -1, beta raised to the power of -2, and gamma raised to the power of 2. So this is the magnitude in the new system of units for a calorie. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have benefited from it and got your doubts cleared. If you want to request solution for any of your questions related to physics class 11th and 12th, you can ask your questions on Facebook at page facebook.com/physicsclasseslive, or also you can ask it on our website, that is www.physicsclasses.live or www.physicsclasseslive.com. Hello everyone, in this video we are discussing exercise 1.4 from class 11th NCERT physics chapter units and measurement. Moving forward, we have, so the question says, explain the statement clearly. To call a dimensional quantity large or small is meaningless without specifying a standard for comparison. In view of this, reframe the following statements wherever necessary. So in simple words, this question is saying that saying large or small is an ambiguous statement if we don't have any reference or standard of comparison. So there should be a reference over which a value is either large or small. So a reference needs to be necessary in order for the comparison for large or small, or we can say the magnitude of the quantity. So here the first statement is atoms are very small. So here small objects. So here small doesn't stand correct word over here, because there is no any reference stating that small with respect to what. So small may be 1, small may be 10, small may be 1000 meters, or nobody can say that small relative to what. So we can reframe this sentence as atoms are very small as compared to that of a basketball. Atoms are very small as compared to that of a cricket ball. Atoms are very small as compared to maybe a ball of a ballpoint pen. So it can be stated in a multiple ways. All we have to do is to find a reference over which we can compare the smallness of this atom. So moving on to the next statement, we have a jet plane moves with great speed. Here again, great is referred, but there is no any reference over which we can compare the great speed. So here we can say that plane, obviously a jet plane moves at a greater speed than that of an ant, a bicycle, normal commercial car. So we can reframe it in that way. Now the third statement says that the mass of a Jupiter is very large. Again, there is a word called large, but with reference to what has not been mentioned. So we can compare the mass of a planet to be large as with respect to any household object or any other thing, because the mass of a planet is humongous with respect to that of maybe ourselves or any smaller planet we can assume as compared to that of the Jupiter. But it can't be said without any reference that how large the mass of a Jupiter is. So let's say that mass of a Jupiter is very large as compared to that of a cricket ball. Now the fourth statement is the air inside this room contains large number of molecules. So air inside room contains large. Here again there is no any comparison over which large number which states that large based on what. So we can assume that this room contains maybe a box, and box contain air itself. So maybe the number of molecules in the box compared to that of the whole room, obviously the number of molecules in the whole room is much larger as compared to that in a small box that is in the room. So we can say that the air inside this room contains a large number of molecules as compared to that of a box in that room. Now, fifth statement is the proton is much more massive than an electron. So this the mass of a proton is compared to that of an electron. So here this statement need a reframing. So it is comparing the mass of a proton as with respect to that of the electron, and obviously the mass of proton is much large as compared to that of the electron. So here the reference is the mass of electron, and the mass of proton is compared and it is higher. Now the speed of sound is much smaller than the speed of light. Here again smaller word, the speed of sound and speed of light, these both speed is compared, and the reference is speed of light. So the statement is saying that speed of sound is much smaller than that of the speed of light. So we have a reference here and we have a comparison word here. So this sentence is also correct. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have benefited from it and got your doubts cleared. If you want to request solution for any of your questions related to physics class 11th and 12th, you can ask your questions on Facebook at page facebook.com/physicsclasseslive, or also you can ask it on our website, that is www.physicsclasses.live or www.physicsclasseslive.com. Hello everyone. In this video we are discussing exercise 1.5 from class 11th NCERT physics, chapter units and measurements. So moving forward, we have the question says a new unit of length is chosen such that the speed of light in vacuum is unity. What is the distance between sun and earth in terms of new unit if light takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds to cover this distance? So let the new unit of length be a. So the speed of light would be equal to a meter per second. Time taken by light to travel from sun to earth would be 500 seconds. Now distance is equals to speed multiplied by time. So that would be equal to that is the length in new system of units, unit length in new system of unit per second into 500 second. So that will give us 500 units. So this is the distance in the new system of units between sun and earth. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have benefited from it and got your doubts cleared. If you want to request solution for any of your questions related to physics class 11th and 12th, you can ask your questions on Facebook at page facebook.com/physicsclasseslive, or also you can ask it on our website, that is www.physicsclasses.live or www.physicsclasseslive.com. Hello everyone. In this video we are discussing exercise 1.6 from class 11th NCERT physics, chapter units and measurement. So moving forward, we have the question says that which of the following is the most precise device for measuring length? A vernier caliper with 20 divisions on the sliding scale, a screw gauge of pitch 1 mm and 100 divisions on the circular scale, and an optical instrument that can measure length to within a wavelength of light. So most precise device for measuring length would be that which is having the least count. So let us calculate the least count of all these devices. We have a vernier caliper. Let's the main scale reading of vernier caliper would be least of 1 mm, so it would be 0.05 mm for the vernier caliper. Now the least count for screw gauge would be equal to 0.101 mm, and least count of optical instrument would be wavelength of light, that would be comparable to 10 raised to the power minus of 7 meters. So the most precise device for measuring the length would be that of the optical instrument, because it can measure the smallest length among all these three devices. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have benefited from it and got your doubts cleared. If you want to request solution for any of your questions related to physics class 11th and 12th, you can ask your questions on Facebook at page facebook.com/physicsclasseslive, or also you can ask it on our website, that is www.physicsclasses.live or www.physicsclasseslive.com. Hello everyone, in this video we are discussing exercise 1.7 from class 11th NCERT physics chapter units and measurement. So moving forward, we have, so the question says a student measures the thickness of a human hair by looking at it through a microscope of magnification of 100. He makes 20 observations and finds that the average width of the hair in the field of view of the microscope is 3.5 millimeter. What is the estimate on the thickness of the hair? So here the student has tried to take 20 observations in order to reduce the random error that may have occurred and accurately measure the thickness of human hair. And since the magnification of the microscope is 100, let's look at the solution of it. So the magnification of the microscope is 100. So average width as observed is 3.5 millimeter. Also the actual thickness of the hair would be the average width of the hair divided by the magnification of the microscope, and that would be equal to 0.035 millimeter. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have benefited from it and got your doubts cleared. If you want to request solution for any of your questions related to physics class 11th and 12th, you can ask your questions on Facebook at page facebook.com/physicsclasseslive, or also you can ask it on our website, that is www.physicsclasses.live or www.physicsclasseslive.com. Hello everyone, in this video we are discussing exercise 1.8 from class 11th NCERT physics chapter units and measurement. So moving forward, we have, the question says that answer the following. You are given a thread and a meter scale. How will you estimate the diameter of the thread? So here the thread's diameter would be 2 less than the least count of the meter scale. It is being assumed like that. So in order to take measurement in such a case, we would like to increase the measurement physical quantities magnitude so that it can be measured accurately by the meter scale. So one of the method would be to wind the thread around a uniform cylindrical object and accordingly measure the length of it and then divide by its number of turns made. So it will give us an estimate of the thickness of the thread. So let us assume that we have a uniform cylindrical object and then we are winding it and making n turns of the total length of the thread. So the thickness would be found out by the length of the thread, total length of the thread divided by the number of the turns. So this way we can estimate the diameter of the thread. So the next question is, a screw gauge has a pitch of 1 millimeter and 200 divisions on the circular scale. Do you think it is possible to arbitrarily increase the accuracy of the screw gauge by increasing the number of divisions on circular scale? So the accuracy of the screw gauge would increase as the least count would decrease. We all know that as we decrease the least count of the screw gauge, the accuracy of it would increase. So the least count is given by main scale division or the main scale measurement, and here in the case of this screw gauge, it is 1 millimeter divided by the total number of division on the circular scale. So if we increase the number of division on the circular scale, then the least count will decrease. So in this case, and up to certain extent, the accuracy of the measuring instrument will increase as the least count will decrease by increasing the number of division on the circular scale. So moving forward to the next question, we have the mean diameter of a thin brass rod is to be measured by vernier calipers. Why is a set of 100 measurement of diameter expected to yield a more reliable estimate than a set of 5 measurements only? So we all know that increasing the number of observation reduces the probability of random errors. So that's why 100 observations would be more reliable than the set of 5 observations, because random error would decrease. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have benefited from it and got your doubts cleared. If you want to request solution for any of your questions related to physics class 11th and 12th, you can ask your questions on Facebook at page facebook.com/physicsclasseslive, or also you can ask it on our website, that is www.physicsclasses.live or www.physicsclasseslive.com. Hello everyone, in this video we are discussing exercise 1.9 from class 11th NCERT Physics, chapter Units and Measurement. So moving forward, we have the question says the photograph of a house occupies an area of 1.75 centimeters square on a 35 mm slide. The slide is projected onto a screen and the area of the house on the screen is 1.55 meters square. What is the linear magnification of the project screen arrangement? So here we see that the area of house has increased from 1.75 centimeters square to 1.55 meters square. So here area has increased to a humongous amount. So we need to have both the scales same when we are comparing the magnification. So let's have a pictorial representation of the case here. So let's assume that this is the slide and this is the house that is taking 1.75 centimeters square. It is projected on the screen and there it takes 1.55 meters square. So the magnification would be the division of area. Aerial magnification would be division of area on the projected wall divided by that of the slide. So using appropriate conversion, we have area of the house on the wall is equals to 15500 meters squared, centimeter square divided by 1.75 centimeter square, and that gives us 855.7. This is the magnification, aerial magnification. Now since this is the aerial magnification and we are being asked the linear magnification, so we will have to find out the square root of the same. So the linear magnification would be equal to 94.1. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have benefited from it and got your doubts cleared. If you want to request solution for any of your questions related to physics class 11th and 12th, you can ask your questions on Facebook at page facebook.com/physicsclasseslive, or also you can ask it on our website, that is www.physicsclasses.live or www.physicsclasseslive.com. Hello everyone, in this video we are discussing exercise 1.10 from class 11th NCERT Physics, chapter Units and Measurement. So moving forward, we have question states that state the number of significant figures in the following. So in A we have 0.007. So the leading zeros when the number is less than 1 or it is a decimal representation, before the actual digit is not considered insignificant, so it represents significant figure of 1, and here in this case the significant figure is 3. This is not considered to be significant, and in this case the 0 after the decimal place is after any digit is considered significant. So we have 4 significant figures, again the same case as this one, but the number is greater than 1, even though we will it represents the accuracy of the result, so we will take the significant figure 4. Again the 0 is between the digits, so it will be considered as significant, so the number of significant figure is 4. Again 0 is 0 before the digits after the decimal place is not considered significant, so it represents 4 significant figure. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have benefited from it and got your doubts cleared. If you want to request solution for any of your questions related to physics class 11th and 12th, you can ask your questions on Facebook at page facebook.com/physicsclasseslive, or also you can ask it on our website, that is www.physicsclasses.live or www.physicsclasseslive.com. Hello everyone, in this video we are discussing exercise 1.11 from class 11th NCERT Physics, chapter Units and Measurement. Moving forward, we have the question states that the length, breadth and thickness of a rectangular sheet of metal are 4.234 meter, 1.005 meter and 2.01 centimeter respectively. Give the area and volume of the sheet to current significant figures. Let's proceed with the calculation. So this is the expression of area, length time 2 times length times width, width times thickness plus thickness times length. Using appropriate data and converting the thickness to meter scale, we get the area. By rounding off the last digit, we get 8.72 meters square. Now volume would be calculated as length times width times thickness, so it is 0.0855 meter cube. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have benefited from it and got your doubts cleared. If you want to request solution for any of your questions related to physics class 11th and 12th, you can ask your questions on Facebook at page facebook.com/physicsclasseslive, or also you can ask it on our website, that is www.physicsclasses.live or www.physicsclasseslive.com. Hello everyone, in this video we are discussing exercise 1.12 from class 11th NCERT Physics, chapter Units and Measurement. So moving forward, we have the question states that the mass of a box measured by Grosser's balance is 2.30 kg. Two gold pieces of mass 20.15 gram and 20.17 gram are added to the box. What is the total mass of the box? So here we see that on Grosser's balance, the mass of the box is measured in kg, while the two gold pieces are measured in gram. So at first we need to convert it into the least accurate measurement or the broader measurement, so it is in kg. So we will have these two measurement in kg and then we will be adding it. So let's proceed towards the solution. So total mass would be the mass of the box plus mass of the gold pieces, that says that 2.30 kg plus 0.02015 kg plus 0.02017 kg, which would give us 2.34032 kg. And since the least number of decimal places is 2, so we will be rounding off to one decimal place, then we will have this answer of 2.3 kg. Now moving towards the next question, we have the difference in the mass of the pieces to current significant figures. So the difference between mass is more accurately represented in grams as 20.15 gram and 20.17 gram. So just having the difference of it would give us the value of the difference, that is equals to 0.02 gram, to the most accurate figure. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have benefited from it and got your doubts cleared. If you want to request solution for any of your questions related to physics class 11th and 12th, you can ask your questions on Facebook at page facebook.com/physicsclasseslive, or also you can ask it on our website, that is www.physicsclasses.live or www.physicsclasseslive.com. Hello everyone, in this video we are discussing exercise 1.13 from class 11th NCERT physics chapter units and measurement. So moving forward, we have the question states that a famous relationship in physics relates to moving mass m to a rest mass m naught of a particle in terms of speed v and the speed of light c. So speed of light and the speed v has same unit, v and c has same unit, that is meter per second. This relation first arose as a consequence of special relativity due to Albert Einstein. A boy recalls the relation almost correctly but forgets where to put the constant c. He writes m equals m naught upon 1 minus v square under root. So guess where to put the missing c. So from the general validity point of view of this relationship, we all know that dimension of the left hand side should be equal to the right hand side for this relation to be consistent. So here we see that the left hand side dimension has that of the mass and the right hand side has a fraction which must conclude to mass. So here numerator is that of mass, so denominator must be equal to must have a zero dimension. Also we see that here constant with no dimension is being subtracted to a dimension of meter square per second square. So let's solve this. So LHS dimension of both the sides should be equal, so this should be dimensionless, the denominator of the relation. So in order for 1 minus v square to be dimensionless, v square should be made dimensionless. So the relationship is, so v should divide the constant c to v such that it becomes dimensionless, and this subtraction is valid. Also this denominator should become dimensionless. So this is the correct relation. The correct relation should be m equals m naught upon 1 minus v by c whole square under root. This should be the correct relation. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have benefited from it and got your doubts cleared. If you want to request solution for any of your questions related to physics class 11th and 12th, you can ask your questions on Facebook at page facebook.com/physicsclasseslive, or also you can ask it on our website, that is www.physicsclasses.live or www.physicsclasseslive.com. Hello everyone, in this video we are discussing exercise 1.14 from class 11th NCERT physics chapter units and measurement. So moving forward, we have the question states that the unit of length convenient on the atomic scale is known as an angstrom and is denoted by A naught equals to 1 angstrom is equals to 10 raised to the power minus 10 meter. The size of hydrogen atom is about 0.5 angstrom. What is the total atomic volume in meter cube of the mole of hydrogen atoms? So here the radius, assuming the radius of hydrogen atom would be equal to 0.5 angstrom. So we have to calculate the atomic volume of in meter cube. So atomic volume would be the atomic volume of a mole. Atomic volume of a mole of hydrogen atoms would be the volume contained by atoms as an individual of quantity of a mole. So we know that a mole is represented by Avogadro's number. So we will have to calculate one unit volume of hydrogen atom to this Avogadro number to get the atomic volume of 1 mole of hydrogen atom. So we need to find that. So let's start the calculation. So volume of 1 mole of hydrogen atom should be equal to 1 mole multiplied by volume of a hydrogen atom. Upon calculation we get 3.15 into 10 raised to the power minus 7 meter cube. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have benefited from it and got your doubts cleared. If you want to request solution for any of your questions related to physics class 11th and 12th, you can ask your questions on Facebook at page facebook.com/physicsclasseslive, or also you can ask it on our website, that is www.physicsclasses.live or www.physicsclasseslive.com. Hello everyone, in this video we are discussing exercise 1.15 from class 11th NCERT physics, chapter units and measurement. So moving forward, the question states that 1 mole of an ideal gas at standard temperature and pressure occupies 22.4 liter. What is the ratio of molar volume to atomic volume of a mole of hydrogen? Take the size of hydrogen molecule to be about 1 angstrom. Why is this ratio so large? So we have to calculate the molar volume at standard temperature and pressure, and atomic volume. Atomic volume we have calculated for hydrogen atoms. 1 mole of atomic volume we have calculated, and we have to find out the ratio between the molar volume and the atomic volume of 1 mole of hydrogen. So let's start calculating. The atomic volume of 1 mole of hydrogen atom would be 1 mole multiplied by the volume of individual hydrogen atom. So it would give us 3.15 into 10 raised to the power minus 7 meter cube. So volume ratio would be as given 22.4 liter, which is converted into meter cube for the same units, and it is 7.11 into 10 raised to the power 4. So it represents the molar volume is of order of 10 raised to the power 4 times greater than the actual atomic volume that 1 mole of hydrogen contains. So the ratio gives us an idea of the intermolecular structure in gas media. The size of the separation is much larger than that of the size of the individual hydrogen atoms. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have benefited from it and got your doubts cleared. If you want to request solution for any of your questions related to physics class 11th and 12th, you can ask your questions on Facebook at page facebook.com/physicsclasseslive, or also you can ask it on our website, that is www.physicsclasses.live or www.physicsclasseslive.com. Hello everyone, in this video we are discussing exercise 1.15 from class 11th NCERT physics, chapter units and measurement. So moving forward, we have the question states that explain this common observation clearly. If you look out of the window of a fast moving train, the nearby trees, houses, etc. seem to move rapidly in a direction opposite to the train's motion, but the distant objects, hilltops and moon and star, etc. seems to be stationary. In fact, since you are aware that you are moving, these distant objects seem to move with you. So let's have a pictorial representation of this case. So an observer moved from point A to B and seeing an object nearer to its is M and N. M is nearer and N is farther. M is at distance S1 and N is at distance S2. It makes angular movement of theta 1 and theta 2. Here theta 1 is greater than theta 2, that is the nearer object is making greater angle, and in the same time interval t2 minus t1, the angular distance theta 1 for the nearer object is larger as compared to that of the farther object. So that is the reason why while moving from point A to B, the observer would see the distance, the object at least distance, that is point M, would move very fastly in opposite direction, while the object at point S2 distance or the farther distance would would appear stationary for a while or move with the observer for a while, because the angular movement of the nearer object is quite larger as compared to the farther object for the same time interval. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have benefited from it and got your doubts cleared. If you want to request solution for any of your questions related to physics class 11th and 12th, you can ask your questions on Facebook at page facebook.com/physicsclasseslive, or also you can ask it on our website, that is www.physicsclasses.live or www.physicsclasseslive.com. Hello everyone, in this video we are discussing exercise 1.17 from class 11th NCERT physics chapter units and measurements. Moving forward, we have the question says that the sun is a hot plasma with its inner core at a temperature exceeding 10 raised to the power 7 Kelvin and its outer surface at a temperature of about 6000 Kelvin. At these high temperatures, no substance remains in a solid or liquid phase. In what range do you expect the mass density of a sun to be? In the range of densities of solid and liquid or gases. Check if your guess is correct from the following data: mass of the sun and radius of the sun. So we have to calculate the mass density of the sun and we have to comment whether it is in the range of solid, liquid or gases. Also the question mentions that the sun is at very high temperature, and at this high temperature no substance remains in solid or liquid phase, everything is gaseous. So let's find out the density first. So upon using the expression of mass density, we have mass divided by volume. According to the given data, the mass density of the sun would be equal to 1.4 into 10 raised to the power 3 kg per meter cube, and we can infer from this data that since liquid like water has a density of 1000 kg per meter cube, and also this range can infer to the density of wood, that is a solid. So based on this data we can say that this is absolutely not gaseous. So also this question says that at this high temperature nothing is solid or liquid, but everything is gaseous. So we can conclude this question by saying that this is the consequence, this high density of sun is the consequence of the gravitational pull of sun towards the core, that is making it much denser, even though the temperature doesn't allow it to be in the gaseous phase, but the gravitational pull of the sun towards its core has made it in a liquid or gaseous phase. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have benefited from it and got your doubts cleared. If you want to request solution for any of your questions related to physics class 11th and 12th, you can ask your questions on Facebook at page facebook.com/physicsclasseslive, or also you can ask it on our website, that is www.physicsclasses www.physicsclasseslive or www.physicsclasseslive.com. Hello everyone, in this video we are discussing exercise 1.1 from class 11th NCERT Physics, chapter Units and Measurements. So moving forward, we have coming to the first question. It says the volume of cube of side 1 centimeter is equals to how much meter cube. So in this question we have to find out volume of the cube, and also we have to do the unit conversion from centimeter to that of the meter. So we all know that the expression of volume of cube is side of the cube, whole cube of side of the cube, and also the side of cube is given as 1 centimeter. So first we will convert this centimeter to meter, which is equals to 10 raised to the power minus 2 meter. Now on substituting, we will have 10 raised to the power minus 2 meter cube, which will result out to be 10 raised to the power minus 6 meter cube. That will be the volume of the cube. Moving on to the next question, we have surface area of the solid cylinder of radius 2 cm and height 10 cm is equals to how much millimeter square. So here again, hello everyone, in this video we are discussing exercise 1.1 from class 11th NCERT Physics, chapter Units and Measurements. So moving forward, we have coming to the first question. It says the volume of cube of side 1 centimeter